My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Doctor Strange series Build-A-Figure Dormammu Mystic Rivals, the Enchantress. That is a really long name. But anyway, here we do have Enchantress in the packaging. You can see she does come with these hex bolts that Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange have come with, as well as her bigger Build-A-Figure piece of Dormammu. On the side we have a really beautiful drawing of Enchantress, and then on this side, Nico Minru. And then on the back we have a tiny little read-up about Nico and Enchantress, I guess. These women use their mystical powers for very different reasons. One for good, the other for evil. And then of course we have Nico Minru. I think that's how you pronounce it, Nico Minoru and Enchantress. And then all 8 figures combined build you Dormammu. We have the Astral Doctor Strange, Comic Book Doctor Strange, Brother Voodoo, I think, Colomordu, Doctor Strange from the movie version, Enchantress, Nico, and Iron Fist, which we've already had a look at. So really glad I found her in stores. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Enchantress posing out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off her Build-A-Figure piece. She does come with the main torso of Dormammu, not including the lower torso or his shoulder pauldrons, which we saw with Iron Fist, and then Nico comes with the lower torso. So really looking forward to Dormammu. He actually looks like a really cool figure. Moving that out to the side so we can go on to Enchantress. I have to say I was really looking forward to this figure. This is her single card release. She was included on the San Diego Comic-Con The Raft set. Although I think that this color scheme is much better than the color scheme we got with San Diego Comic-Con set. She's a really nice looking figure, and she does come with 2 hex bolts. And there's some cat hair in my studio, which is strange because Toby's not around. But anyway, we do have 2 hex bolts. They're in this translucent green plastic, and they're the exact same ones that we saw with Scarlet Witch. And if you got the Hasbro Doctor Strange figures, he also comes with these exact same hex bolts. Really nice accessory, although they are made of a translucent plastic, so opening and closing these are going to cause stress marks. However, with Enchantress, I actually discovered this on Scarlet Witch, their hands actually come off. So you can actually slide this piece right in and attach her hand, and you don't have to worry about stretching out the plastic, which is a really cool feature that I was just messing around with my Scarlet Witch and found out that her hands pop off. So you can actually attach the hex bolt to her hand and it doesn't move, and when you're ready to remove it, just take the hand off, take the hex bolt off, put her hand back on, and we have the hex bolt, and you didn't even need to like heat this up or risk breaking it. And it's the same for both of her hands. Both her hands do come off. This one was a little harder. But as you can see, they both attach fairly nicely. Moving the camera back out. And if you don't want to do that, you can always find a way to balance the hex bolt in her hand somehow. I actually did it before starting this review. It'll look something like that. You can balance it in her hand if you don't want to have her actually holding it or taking the hand off. So let's move the hex bolts off to the side so we can go on to the figure itself. Like Scarlet Witch, she does have a problem standing on her own because of her heels. The heels do make it a little difficult to stand her up, and she does have balancing issues, but once you get her standing, she's pretty much going to stand on her own. Let's actually zoom in on that face. That is a really beautiful face sculpt for Enchantress. And she doesn't suffer from that Marvel Legends female face where the jaw is a little square and the eyes are a little far apart. Hers actually seems really nice, and I'm really glad they took the time and actually sculpted a really nice face on Enchantress. You can see the green, her green makeup. Really loving how her hair just comes off to one side, and it is a really soft plastic, so posing her is no problem. Now she is using the Scarlet Witch torso, so everything you see from the neck down is Scarlet Witch with the exception of this floating skirt piece. There's so many chances for this figure to have got messed up with the paint, but overall they did a really, really good job with her paint, and I could not be any happier with it. There's a slight blemish on mine, you can see right here on her belt and then right here on her suit. But it's neither here nor there. I really do love the metallic green that they used on her arm sleeves as well as on these little circular patterns on her, I want to say tights, leggings. I don't know what the proper terminology would be for her costume. Now let's actually get the camera straight. So we can move on to her articulation. Like Scarlet Witch, her head is just on a ball joint. There is no hinge on it. It's just that ball joint going into the head. But with that we can get some up and down movements on side to side, as well as tilt her head left and right. So really good movement, and her hair really doesn't get in the way. It is a fairly soft plastic, so that's good. Arms on a ball joint go out. Do a full 360. She bends at the elbow, spins at the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. And it's the same for both arms. She does have a mid-torso joint which acts as a crunch, which works really well. She bends about that far forward, that far back, as well as some side-to-side posing. And this also accounts for her waist swivel. She has no articulation in the waist. Legs go out to about that far, go forward and back. Pretty good. The skirt is a softer plastic and it does allow for some movement, although it's probably going to like prop itself up. And the way that they designed this skirt piece, it kind of looks like she has a little more junk in the trunk than what she actually has, but I'm okay with that. But legs forward back, they spin at the thigh. She is double jointed in the knee. No boot swivel because, taking a look at it, they didn't want to break that sculpt up, but she does have an ankle hinge as well as some ankle pivot, which is kind of strange because she does have the heels and that would make her a little harder to stand. But that's Enchantress for you, so what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get a pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. So here we have Enchantress pose for my final thoughts. Overall, a really, really beautiful figure. Really good job on Hasbro's job. They have just been putting out really, really good Marvel Legends figure this year, and I really have to commend them on that. She is using the Scarlet Witch base, which I have absolutely no problem with because Scarlet Witch was an absolutely beautiful figure. She doesn't seem to suffer that same problem with the neck that Scarlet Witch did, where Scarlet's neck seemed a little too long. Hers isn't as noticeable. I guess it's because she doesn't have the cape. But overall, really, really loving this figure. Can't say any more good things about it. If you're looking for this figure, she is relatively available everywhere you look, at Target, Toys R Us, Walmart's, Kmart's. They're all starting to get the Doctor Strange waves. And you do need her if you want to complete Dormammu, if you don't have the Comic-Con version of Dormammu, of course. I found her at Toys R Us along with Nico, and there's a special right now at the time I'm making this video where it's 2 Marvel Legends figures for $35. If you can find Enchantress and any other Marvel Legends figure you want, take advantage of this offer because it's a really good deal. And with that being said, this is KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out all my other Doctor Strange reviews as well as all my other Marvel Legends videos. And while you're at it, check out all my other action figure reviews. Who knows if there's something you might like, if there's something you want to see me review, let me know down in the comments and I'll do my best to get around to it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Take care everyone.
My dream